Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Bears will kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Running back searching for a hole. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Alford. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. Lethal weapons all over the field. That has been the standard at Oklahoma for several years.
I mean, so many guys, and they built this offense on space and speed, and it's the playmakers out wide. Listen, they've had great quarterbacks, but if you don't have guys outside that are going to make plays, obviously it makes it hard to move the football. These guys, they make it easy.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Now the play fake. That's caught. It's Thomas. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
The Sooners have this offense rolling. Gives it on the option. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. Was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
And the Sooners come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They're going to ride this running back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
They're trying to slam it in. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Got it back on 2nd and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Third and goal for the offense. Back to throw, it's Alford. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The inside handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, when you think about the big picture for Baylor, just a few games remaining, they're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard, because everybody's talking about the conference championship, who you might play. You still got to deal, you still got to take care of business on the field today. That's the most important thing. It's been a phenomenal season up to this point, David. Great things ahead potentially, but you got to win this one today.
Well, and I think that's what's really important. It's a great start, and now it's about finishing the season. To be at the top is awesome, but you can't lose a conference game or 2 conference games and get yourself out of the mix here right at the end when you're so close to the finish line.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. White going to attack through the air. Under fire. Slings it downfield. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Oh,
man, you don't see many of those anymore. Nowadays, the gloves are so good, the hands are so good. You don't see a lot of drop passes. Missed opportunity there for the receiver.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Baylor! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Lee. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to throw. It's Alford. Got it behind the line. It's Kearney. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Catch in the middle. It's Washington. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he gets down on the slide, and that's not the only thing down. There's a penalty marker on the field. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So first down here as they go back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a man. It's Alford. Using the quick game. That completion will take him inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Michigan is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned down Tom Brady should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to Wisconsin. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. White busts to throw it. Fires left. Complete downfield. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
You know, football really is a game similar to chess, and there's this cat-and-mouse game going on between the offensive and defensive coordinators right now. It'll be interesting to see later in the game if the offensive coordinator shows the defense the exact same pre-snap look. The defense will be thinking they're going the corner route, but then this time the receiver will break to the middle of the field, might catch the defense completely off guard.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Got his man downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They'll try the run. Got the first down and more. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Bears kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Running behind that left side. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
going to attack through the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Good job on this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on third down, forcing the fourth down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And the field goal ties it up here in the second quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Sooner offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's Alford. Makes the catch. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He rifles one deep down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
The Sooners will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Takes it on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. sticks on second down. White wants to throw it. With the catch, it's Hardy. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that throwaway.
To throw on third down. Catch in the middle. It's Hardy. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab on the left. Turning it on. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Got a man. It's Williams. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. And the Bears can really attack on this second and short. White going to attack through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Williams. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bears trying to cash it in on first and goal. They want to run this quarterback. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bears!
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
To attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Michigan has the lead right now, but unless Desmond Howard or Anthony Carter come running out of that tunnel, I'm not ready to say this one's over. They're up by 6.
Just keeps moving. And the returner will be brought down. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Here's the pressure. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. To the air, it's Alford. Release to the back. Soft spot in the middle. They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And the Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
I think coming into this game, we thought it was going to be a back-and-forth affair. What a great job executing on that touchdown. If they get this extra point, man, we are all tied up heading in at halftime.
And he added the extra point. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. We're all locked up here in the third quarter as he's set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
No, he got loose. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
Quarterback keeps it. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Just just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. White wants to throw it. Quick completion on the out. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Looking for more room.
Man, what great discipline by this defense. They didn't sit on routes short. They take a shot down the field on third and short. Questionable shot, probably. Nice job being disciplined and getting the interception.
Yeah, and just because you have the shot play called on third down like that as a quarterback, that doesn't give you the freedom to just throw it down there if he's not open. I think that time he forced it into traffic, and that's why it got picked off.
The give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Pulls it in. It's Lee. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Here's the handoff.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The give to the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Sooners are rolling down the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Kearney. There he goes. Now the connection takes it to the 11. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll run the counter. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Dropping back, it's Alford. Fires to the middle. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy.
And the ball's free in the backfield. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Touch pass on the right. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And, David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Zings it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Ripping through the defense. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Sooner! Great job by the back on the option.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Michigan is currently trailing in this one, but if history has taught us anything over the years, it's that closing out the maize and blue inside the Big House is not easy. They're trailing by just 4 to Wisconsin. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. White going to attack through the air. Pressure coming. And they drop him for a loss, but there are penalty markers on the field. Let's check out the call. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed him for the defensive holding penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Going right to work up top. Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. wants to go up top on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
White wants to throw it. They're working that left side. Breaks into the open. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the force.
Looking to throw on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. He'll ride his man on the option. Oh, and that's just like a penalty. They get in the backfield and knock him down for a loss of 5.
Really good job by this defense. Understanding responsibility football. Playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
In that second down play, the defense, I think, was expecting a pass. You saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. White going to attack through the air. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
How about the defense bowing up, making 2 big plays back-to-back, second and goal, sack, third and goal, sack. Nice job by the defense, not giving up. They gave up some yards, but they didn't break in the end.
And this one is perfect. Now the lead is down to 11. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They'll leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. to the ground with the back. Fights off a defender. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
And the Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And one of the things you're taught as a defensive guy, when you're trying to strip the football, you've got to secure the tackle with one hand, try to get the football with the other, and they're not securing the tackle. I get it. They're trying to go for the fumble, but they got to do a better job executing.
The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Fires it incomplete.
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out of rhythm, and I think that's why he missed that throw.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to pass. It's Alford. Time to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. White wants to throw it. This time it's complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
This offense is going to have to get more aggressive. Like, they can't take many more shots short down the field and not getting gains. They've got to keep their foot on the gas. They've got to take some shots, work the middle of the field, but make some big plays down a couple possessions.
The Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
He wants to throw it again. Finds his man. It's Gore. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Bears come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. To the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the...
Turning it on! Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Bears moving quickly to the line.
And I know everybody's looking at that clock as it ticks, and we're down a couple of possessions, but nice job getting the first down. But this offense has to stay in hyperspeed, right? Down 2 possessions, got to throw the football, use the sidelines, use the middle of the field, especially as you get close to that 2-minute mark.
And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel. Gets nailed, but is able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. White going to attack through the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
After the misfire, it's 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Dumps it to the back. Oh, he makes the catch. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. Got his man quickly. Corralled and brought down by the defense. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. The handoff keeps working on that clock. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth. It's keep that clock running. It's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Dropping back, it's Alford. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And the Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. They go to the ground. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
Looks like the offense will just take a knee.